Hi, welcome back. It's a crazy little thing called Love Dev. I am Love Dev. I'm a stand-up comedian in the UK. I cover random topics on Reddit and I talk about my own boring life. Today's episode is 171. Norway Man. Hello, I've got my coffee ready. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to roll. It's a Saturday when I'm recording this, but those of you who are listening today in the United Kingdom, it's a bank holiday. Also, the kids are off for the week in the UK. It's half term, 1 week holiday. Kids get too many holidays, I think. I wish I was entitled to that much holiday. I can have any type of holiday I want, to be honest. Being a freelance worker, 0 contract hours, I can take whatever day off I want. But obviously, it's the typical UK weather where the kids are off and it's raining. Yeah, which means not many people are going to travel now, are they? Unless they don't mind a bit of rain. But it's just typical here in the United Kingdom. It's nice and sunny, nice and hot for a good few weeks. It's been like that. And then all of a sudden, when the kids are off, boom, there you go. The rain is back. Is the government controlling the weather? Probably. I don't know, man. Are they? Who knows? If anything, they'd want it to be sunny so people can go out and spend money. That's what I reckon. I don't know why I'm laughing like that. So, it's been another quiet weekend for the Mr. Love Dev Barbados. Unfortunately, I didn't have any gigs this weekend. I'm very, very gutted about it. I actually felt very depressed yesterday. It was a Friday. I should have been out. I should have been gigging. I didn't care where it was. I just wanted to get out of the house. I've had an awful week. Awful week. Oh, my God. I don't even want to talk about it. It's all work-related. Don't worry. It's just been hectic. And you know when you think, right, I need a bit of a break. I need to loosen up. The only way I can do that is by being on stage. And I haven't had that. And I felt really, really depressed. I just ended up playing my video games as I do. I know, 47-year-old man, still playing video games. I will be playing video games until I can't hold the controller. But by then, we'll have the technology where AI can just like read your mind and know where your movement is going. So you're just like controlling it with your eyes. You're looking, you're going shoot, shoot, shoot. In your head, you're going shoot, shoot, shoot. Without even saying it. And AI knows that, and he'll just do it for you. That will probably happen in about 50 years from now. If I'm still alive by then. Who knows? It's all just a conspiracy for me anyway. Talking about conspiracies, let's do this one. Yeah.
Conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake?
What's real, what's fake?
Conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake?
Conspiracy theories, what's real and what is fake? Let's find out on today's post from somebody on Reddit. Yes, I had to quickly pause that. That was about a minute long, that music, right? I had to forward it a little bit till it gets to like really goes, conspiracy theories, what's real, what's fake? And then it doesn't matter from the rest of that. Anyway, it's conspiracy theories. This one has been put up by somebody called a financial fly. They're financially flying in life, or they're just a fly who's got loads of money. What is their conspiracy? The reason I chose this. was because it has something to do with teeth. And I have one of these teeth. Well, we've all got this in our mouth, haven't we? If you weren't born with it, that's very unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure a lot of us have this. What are you talking about, Love Dev? Get on with the friggin' Reddit post you're gonna do. Well, Financial Fly, he is saying that we are removing wisdom teeth more than we should. Are we removing wisdom teeth more than we should? Is it the dentist that put the tar, what do you call it? What's that thing they put in your mouth and they said you got too much of it, we're going to have to take your wisdom tooth out? I can't think of the word now. You know what I mean. The mould. Well, I don't know why I called it mould. Let's call it mould. You've got an infection in your mouth. We're going to have to take out your wisdom tooth. This has happened to me. Happened. You guys know this. I've not been the same. My mouth is not the same. Because food gets stuck up there between my teeth. So it's been horrible. I've also thought losing your wisdom tooth is when you lose all your knowledge. That's why it's called a wisdom tooth. Let's see what Financial Flyer's got to say about this. It seems like everyone in their early 20s that I know has had their wisdom tooth removed. Early 20s? How many mates have you got? Without any complications, usually just because the dentist said, go ahead and do it. He could be a serial wisdom tooth removal person. And it, like that doctor, what was his name? See, I can't remember now. I don't know what planet I'm on. I've not got my coffee. I should be on my iOS. Was it Dr. You know what I'm on about? The one who injected all the women. Mostly women, weren't it? Elderly people. He was enjoying it. He was getting a thrill out of it. He's saying, but most people I know grew up broke, didn't get them removed. And usually they had no problems come from that. They're very lucky. Saying that, under 20, you shouldn't have to. I mean, I'm twice that age and I've had mine out. Do you know what I mean? He's saying, I got an x-ray at 14 off my teeth for an unrelated reason, and I asked my dentist if I could look like I needed them removed. He was so vague and said, just go ahead and do it. Sounds like BS, he's saying. Now he's 23 years old. Happy birthday, mate. With no issues, and they asked me to schedule an appointment to get my wisdoms removed, like every year. How many wisdom tooths have you got? How many do we have? Is it 8? I think it's 8, innit? I don't know. Maybe they're all called a wisdom tooth. It seems scammy to me. He thinks it's a scam. Definitely a necessary procedure for some people, but not everyone needs it. They're just taking our money. That's why you're called a Financial Fly. Because you think they're just making money out of us. Well, they are. They are making money. If you've got genuine plaque, it's plaque, innit? That was the word I was thinking of. If you've got plaque in your frigging mouth, yeah, and you need that wisdom tooth out because if your tooth is hurting, it's got to come out. If you're not in pain, I don't see why the dentist have to remove it. Now, I don't know which country you're in. I'm going to take a guess that you're in the United States. And I know in the United States, the medical care is big business, isn't it? Maybe they get thousands from you guys. Thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not cheap in the United Kingdom either to have it removed. It's about 180 quid, something like that. I could be going over the mark, but it's around 100 or 150 US dollars in your terms of money. That's assuming you are in the US. I'm not sure, but dentists do make money. Every time I see my dentist, I see different ones all the time. I don't know why. I always say to them, do you own this business? And they go, no, I wish I did. So they're just on a regular wage. They're on an hourly wage. But if they were to open their own practice up, they'd make loads of money. I don't think it's a scam, but I've not heard anyone under 20 years old that I know has had it out. I remember my dad having it out. That's why I didn't want mine out. He had it out. I can't remember how old he was. He definitely wasn't 20 because I wasn't even born then. No, actually, I probably was. I was probably about 2 years old because my mum and dad got married when they were proper young. You know what I mean? They were like 18, I think. My dad was 18 or 19. So I was definitely born then, I think. I'd have to find out. But I know he did have it out in his 20s. Maybe it is a conspiracy. There's one person who's commented on this. He said, I'm in my mid-20s and I've had 2 out last year. What? I'd definitely say I needed it. They grew in crooked and were getting caught on the inside of my mouth. See, if you had a problem like that, they're not going to understand that. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you do need it out for some weird reason. But I want to know, have you had yours out? You're saying that they asked you to take it out. If I was you, ask them why, get an x-ray, check it, and get a second opinion. Go to another dentist. We always want a second opinion, don't we, in life? I reckon that's what you just need to do, my friend. And if you do like this podcast, let me know. Oh, I did get to do a gig, by the way. I forgot to tell you. I know I said I've not got nothing this weekend. I did do one on Wednesday. And you know what? It was another dream down the road gig. Oh, I could do them every day. Honestly. Give me a gig by my house every day. I would love it. The one I did quite recently, it was a Wednesday midweek gig in a very posh place near Birmingham. It's not, I don't know if it is, but no, it's Sutton Coldfield. Place called Sutton Coldfield, which is more or less Birmingham, to be honest. And it was literally 4.5 miles from my house. Absolutely lovely. In a pub called the Four Oaks. Now, it wasn't in a separate room or anything like that. It was on like another part of the pub. Very big place, you know, like it was very modern. Like wine bottles everywhere and, you know, nice architecture artwork. I don't know what the hell is architecture artwork? You see what's happening to me? I need a gig, man. I'm going crazy. Absolutely going mental. But it was a good gig. It was run by a mate of mine called Ryan Goff. There was Doug Carter on, and Doug Carter does a podcast as well, and he's on TikTok. He's known as Doug Rants. So if you're on the old TikTok, just give him a follow. He's made a video. He's doing this podcast now where he does 15 minutes chat with a comedian, but he's got a bucket and he's got random questions in there. And we don't know what the questions are going to be. And he'll shake the box, pull out a paper and read it. So I did that with him. That was a lot of fun before the gig. So, yeah, check him out. We had Sean Percival as well. Lovely local lad from Dudley. I was going to say Derby then. He's not from Derby. Somebody give me a gig. I'm going mental. I'm getting a new internet provider. That's what's happening in my life. I totally forgot about it. I'm leaving Virgin. Virgin Media. I've been with you for 20 years. No, more than that. 20 years. I've probably been with them since 35 years. And your internet is rubbish. It's got its mind of its own. Some days it just drops the speed, and then other days it's absolutely perfect. But I'm just changing provider, and they're sending me a router. A router. That's what it's called, Americans. Not a router, a router. You guys call it a router, and whatever you guys call it, we call it a router because we speak the Queen's English. So a new router is on its way today. Totally forgot about it. I got a message just now. I was reading it. It said, your delivery will be delivered today. And I thought, I haven't ordered nothing. What have I ordered? So they're probably just sending me that router or router, whatever you want to call it. let's do a topic.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. What is it that's interesting for today's episode? Has anyone heard of the sweating sickness? No, I've never heard of a sweating sickness. Supposed to be one of history's most bizarre diseases. It was a mystery illness that was documented in England between 1485 and 1551. It's most exclusively afflicted, I can't even say the words because my mouth is dry, wealthy men in their 30s and 40s. They were leading to death within hours after the symptom appeared. Let's find out a bit more about this. Because the article is absolutely massive, obviously I've got to ask my best mate, Chat LGBT. It just narrows it down and shortens it and gets to the point. We all know this. Let's see what Chat LGBT knows about this. Does he know? Of course he knows. Sweating sickness. Yes, that's what it's been called. It's also been known as the English sweat. One of the most terrifying illnesses in medical history. What was it? It was a sudden violent illness that swept through England and briefly continental Europe in a series of deadly outbreaks. 1485, first recorded by Henry VIII's rise to power. 1508, and then 1517, and then 1528, it was still there, but it widespread, got to Germany, and as far as Scandinavia. And then the final recorded outbreak was in 1551. So it came back and forth, innit? Bit like COVID, kind of. You know how they say we still got it? Is COVID still around? Or has that disappeared now? And we're waiting for another one that they're going to make in the laboratory. We'll have to see. The symptoms were made disease, so feared was speed and brutality. What made the disease so feared, right? It was the speed and brutality. A healthy person could go from fine to dead within a few hours. So, first of all, this is what the symptoms of it, right? A sudden onset. There was no warning. Sufferers would collapse or fall ill abruptly. You'll get intense chills and shivering, profuse sweating, a headache, severe pain in your neck, your shoulders, your limbs, your chest. You get a rapid pulse, extreme anxiety, and then impending doom. Whoa, delirium and collapse. So, many deaths were occurred within 3 to 24 hours. Imagine you getting that and finding out you're going to be dead. You're dead. By the end of the day, you're gone. You're finished. You like the clothes when you put it out on the for a dry. A couple of hours, you know it's going to be done. That'll be you. You'll be hanged out to dry. Is that where that term comes from? Probably does. Who did it affect? Targeted wealthy upper-class men. Maybe it was God's way of getting rid of them. Particularly those in their 30s and 40s. Rarely affected poor or women and children in the same numbers. But it baffled everyone and still confuses historians and scientists today. Some theories suggest that this group's lifestyle may have had them more vulnerable. Probably like all the meat that they used to eat and it weren't proper cooked or cleaned or killed, I don't know. What caused it? So they don't even know, but there's theories. The hantavirus, which is a rodent-borne virus. There's anthrax or some form of a toxic shock. A relapsing fever or influenza-like virus. A tick-borne disease or loose-borne illness. So why did it stop suddenly? Which is weird, isn't it? The last known outbreak was in 1551, as I mentioned earlier, and then it mysteriously just vanished. So some theories suggest that the change in the climate or rodent populations could be a mutation in the pathogen, improvements in urban sanitation. I don't think that happened, did it? They didn't have Dettol then, did they? May have been replaced by another illness like influenza. Here's a creepy fact, though, guys, before we end it. So during the outbreak, fear of a sweating sickness was so great, entire towns would shut down and people fled cities. Sounds a bit like COVID, doesn't it? Henry VIII, for example, famously relocated himself and his court multiple times to escape the disease. He was absolutely terrified of it. I would be too. If I had all them symptoms and I knew my mate had it and he died, what would you do in that situation? You can't do nothing. That was today's. Ow, that's interesting. Has anyone ever been in a Facebook neighborhood watch or gossip post? I'm in a neighborhood watch group which doesn't even belong on my road. You lot know this. They've put me in another group. And I've seen some of the people, the neighbours on there, commenting on it, talking about other people. And you think, I'm glad they don't know who I am. Unless mysteriously my videos come up because I'm in their WhatsApp group and they've all got TikTok. They might see my video. I don't know. The reason I'm saying this is because today I've decided to do this.
Ask the UK.
Ask the UK. This post has been put up by Frankie Pinks. It's Facebook related. The question Frankie Pinks is asking, have you ever been the subject of a Facebook neighbourhood watch or a gossip post? I haven't personally. If I have, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't tag me in it. I've been talked about on Facebook. Oh yeah, a good few years ago. Made a little mistake, unfortunately. Just went too far. That's all I'm going to say. That's the only time I was gossiped about. But other than that, I don't think so. I don't know. How do you know? Unless someone screenshots something and sends it to you. That's how you'll know if you was in a gossip chat, I suppose. Frankie Pink sounds like he's been in this situation. Because they are saying a few years ago when our eldest was 5 or 6, he said he wanted to see the baby swans swimming around before everyone else got there. At the time, they lived on a council estate near the River Trent in Nottingham. So it was within a walking distance, about 10 minutes. They had a camp out in the living room and set their alarm for 4 a.m. And the next morning they set off for a walk. And my husband took his binoculars, camera, gym bag with his camping stove and some sausage and bacon. Where was my invite? You're making me hungry. They had a great time and enjoyed sausage and bacon cobs while they watched the sunrise, and my son took photos of the baby swans. That's really sweet. When they got home, my husband mentioned a woman kept driving past them on their way there and thought she was a bit of a weirdo. Definitely. Unknown to us, the local spotted page was active with pictures of my husband and son, and everyone speculating what this man was doing with a young boy at that time, and dreading to think that he had the camera for and the gym bag. Must be to put the body in. Whoa! By lunchtime, it had over 100 comments and a lot of speculation. People are mad out there, innit? Obviously, nothing ever came of it. Well, I hope not. People are stupid, innit? That's very bizarre, though, that someone thinks that your husband was going to kill your child and then feed them to the baby swans. That's hilarious. Wow. I don't know how I would feel about that. I'd be pretty upset. I mean, this person has put laugh out loud. So they actually found it funny, which it is, but I mean, something like that can put you in a really bad situation, can't it? You know, some nutters out there would probably come round your house and look for your husband and accuse him of murder. Mental? That absolutely mental. I don't get it. Someone has replied to it. I'm going to read their post because I think they've had a similar situation. They are saying these things suck, especially in smaller places. The posts on there get wild. It makes me miss living in the city where even your next door neighbour doesn't know your name. That's true. I don't know any of my neighbours. I don't have socials like Facebook, but I'm just here on Reddit. My partner has socials, though, and we became the subject of the local gossip group because our son has a severe anaphylactic allergy, which means that food groups have been banned in the school. To reduce the risk, my child might go to school and die due to his reaction. So a local Facebook group was furious about it. My partner tried to explain that we sat with him in an ICU on 3 occasions, one of which was very lucky to survive, all due to reactions to this food group and other people subjecting him to them. Apparently, he was just one kid. Ours shouldn't have to suffer because he might die. Oh, people are awful out there, isn't it? I'm in this group, right, I've told you about, and some of the comments people are put on there, it's like, has anyone's internet gone down? My internet's not working. And another person in the group said, my water's gone brown. Has anyone else's water's gone brown? And I'm like, do you know what that means? You just leave your tap running. Why are you messaging in the WhatsApp group to tell everyone your water's gone brown? Pay your bills, man. Pay your internet bill. Pay your Severn Trent water bill. Maybe it won't go brown then. This is a type of group. It's very similar to holiday groups. I don't get it. Like I mentioned it before. I'm still in this group because I'm going to travel to Morocco soon. That's where I'm going on my holiday. So I'm in this Morocco Facebook group. And people ask the maddest questions, man. The maddest. Oh, where can I get money from? Where can I get Moroccan money? I think it's called the dirham. Where can I get dirham from? Where do you think, you idiot? From the cash machine. Go to a bureau, cash exchange, money exchange, whatever you call them. Where can I get money from? Who made you book the holiday? It makes me mad. These groups make me mad. Do you know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I'll tell you what I do want to do is a weird news. Before I do the weird news story, before I forget, don't forget, come and see my show, Half Soaked. I'm at the Rickmail Comedy Festival, Ram Comedy Festival in Derby, which is in 2 weeks' time. I'm also in Manchester next week at forgot the name of the theatre show. Follow me on my socials, you'll find it. And yeah, I'm at Newbury Comedy Festival as well. So before we do that, let's just do this. It's today's weird news story. Comes all the way from Norway. Norway, man. Have I ever done a Norway weird news? I don't know. Imagine waking up and finding a huge container ship in your garden. This is basically what has happened to a man in Norway. Obviously, he's got to be living by the coast, hasn't he? There's no other way a huge, massive ship can just land at your house. A man in Norway woke up to find a huge container ship had run aground and crashed into his front garden. The 135-metre ship, which is about 443 foot, missed Johan Hellberg's house. Shout out to Johan Hellberg. By meters at about 5 a.m., on their local time in Norway. Mr. Hellberg was only alerted to the commotion by his panicked neighbour who had watched the ship as it headed straight for shore in Byenset near Trondheim, wherever that is in Norway. The doorbell rang at a time of the day when I don't like to open. At 5 o'clock, I think so, mate. Mr. Hellberg told Channel TV2, which is probably a local Norway station. I went to the windows, quite astonished to see a big ship. I had to bend my neck to see the top of it. It was so unreal. 5 meters further south, it would have entered the bedroom, he added. He didn't hear nothing. His neighbour, Jostein Jurgensen, shout out to Jostein Jurgensen, said he was woken up by the sound of a ship as it headed at full speed towards the land and ran into his house. I was sure that he was already outside, but no, there was no sign of life. I rang the doorbell many times and nothing, said Mr. Jorgensen. And it was only then when I called him on the phone and he managed to get hold of him. The Cypriot-flagged cargo ship, the NCL Sultan, had 16 people on board and was travelling south-west through the Trondheim Forge to Orkanger when it went off course. I bet he was in Orkanger when he found that ship. No one was injured in the incident. It is known that what caused the crash and Norwegian police are said to be investigating. It's a very bulky new neighbour, but it will soon go away. Said that man. The head of NCL, which chartered the ship, said it was a serious incident, and we are grateful nobody was injured. Imagine the amount of money he would have got from that if it literally crashed into his house. He would be loaded. At present time, we did not know what caused the incident and are awaiting the conclusion on the ongoing investigation by the relevant authorities, said the managing director, Bente Hetland. According to reports, the ship had previously run aground in 23 but got free under its own power. So they use the same ship and it's done it before. There's obviously some technical fault there, isn't there? Oh, that's the end of the story. I thought there was more to it. Well, there you have it. A ship landing in front of your doorstep. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. We'll see you guys next week.